Hello everybody, I am Jarrett Ross, a GeneaVlogger, and welcome back to another Professional Genealogist Reacts. On today's video, I will be reacting to Relative Race Season 7, Episode 2. I just uploaded the first two parts of the first episode, ran into some copyright claim issues, so I hope that I'll be able to do the full season, but if I keep running into these different issues, it might be a little bit too much work for me to have to then deal with the copyright claims, at least at this point. So hopefully I'll be able to continue with these, but at least for right now, I'm still trying them out. So crossing our fingers. I'm not going to say too much before we get into it. There's a whole lot of stories going on between all of the different teams. The one thing I will say, last episode, it was Team Blue that won. They were the fastest, so they got the 5 minute. They're getting the 5 minute head start on this episode. And then it was Team Green that lost, so they got a strike. So we'll have to see if they get a strike again, if a different team gets a strike, and hopefully there'll be some pretty great connections in this episode. I'm not going to say a whole lot else, but before we do jump into the video, please be sure to give this a thumbs up. It always does help me out. Also, be sure to subscribe and click that bell for notifications on future videos. I will be putting these up early on my Patreon, and depending on how the copyright status stuff goes for future episodes, if there's too many copyright claim stuff, I may make this only accessible through my Patreon. I'm guessing if that happens, those watching this will only be Patreon patrons anyway. But let's go ahead, jump right into the video, and see what we've got going on.
Previously on Relative Race.
Load it up, move them out.
Your clocks start now. It's day 2 of Relative Race, and the journey to find new family is just beginning for all of our teams. Today, Team Blue, Joe and Anthony, start the day in Conway, South Carolina. 9.5 hours away is Team Red, Devin and Elizabeth, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. To the west is Team Green, Monica and Megan, beginning their day in Indianapolis, Indiana. And waking up in St. Paris, Ohio is Team Black, Sean and Casey.
You know, I woke up this morning, I thought to myself, I'm a different person. Like, I am loved, you know, and there's these wonderful people. And my first thought, I opened my eyes and I said, oh my gosh, I have family. That was like...
They really do look alike.
And I didn't have that before. Karen gave me a memory book for my travels. We decided to put pictures of my great-grandmother, family photos of like her dad and my grandfather, and it kind of sealed more of a bond between us, and it was just really special. It meant a lot to me.
In Indiana, Monica is saying goodbye to her cousins in Karita.
I'm just super thankful to meet you, and I wrote you guys a letter. Oh, thank you. I wanted to write a card to say that I was super appreciative for them being our hosts, and they were the first biological family that I'd ever met, and they were the sweetest, kindest people.
Okay. So, Karita and Nikki, thank you so much for agreeing to meet me and being the absolute sweetest host. Thank you. Day 1 was a little much, so meeting y'all meant a lot to me.
Let's stay in touch, of course. You'll always be the first biological relatives I've ever met. There you go. Thank you.
In Conway, South Carolina, Joe and Anthony begin their morning with their new cousin, David.
I got something I want to share with you guys. This right here is your grandfather, Larry. Oh, wow. That's him right there.
Wow, you can see it in the face.
Pictures, because I just...
They both look like him.
This is Larry, my granddad. Like, that's awesome. And there is a resemblance.
Oh, yeah.
To me and him and Joe and him, and just, there's a resemblance.
See, I definitely see some resemblance there, yeah.
Yeah. Got the high cheekbones kind of thing, and he's got like...
He definitely...
the way it is, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like that the face right here, y'all got that.
Looking at the photos that my cousin David showed us, I could really see the resemblance.
Yeah, it really is. Like, it's about the eyes, too. The eyes. There's something about the eyes.
In Pittsburgh, Devin shares more about his family with his new cousins, Vitra and Deetra.
These are some pictures of my family. So these are my parents, Sam and Pam. Sam is my biological mother's younger brother. And they adopted us when they were in their mid-20s. So this morning I was able to share with Vitra a little bit about, my family, how we grew up, my kids, and some of the experiences that we had. It was great to be able to share a little bit more about my family with them. So yeah, it's really cool. I've always wanted, being adopted, always.
He's KSI.
Our kids, see yourself in your kids.
Good morning, teams, and welcome to day 2 of Relative Race. Team Red will be traveling to Columbus, Ohio.
Team Blue will be traveling to Savannah, Georgia. What?
Team Black will be traveling to South Bloomfield, Ohio.
And Team Green will be traveling to Peoria, Illinois.
Let's do this. Let's do it.
Today's first place prize
It's forcing one of the other 3 teams to pull over for 5 minutes.
Huh.
You gotta get that one.
However, Team Blue, you're the only team that can leave.
Team Red and Team Green, you must wait 5 minutes before you can leave.
This should be a straight shot down. Okay. On 95, take 95, you run right into Savannah, you can't miss it.
Yeah.
5 minutes, so let's go ahead and map this out. I think what we're going to do is we're right here by Lucas Oil Stadium.
It's so cool to know that the other team's clocks are just running. They just have to sit there while me and Joe hit the road. Yeah?
I need Ohio. Can you find Ohio?
Okay. We gotta utilize this 5 minutes as best we can.
Beginning their day with a 5-minute head start, Team Blue, Joe and Anthony, are headed to Savannah, Georgia. Their allotted time today is 3 hours and 36 minutes. Team Green makes their way from Indianapolis, Indiana to Peoria, Illinois. They have an allotted time of 3 hours and 39 minutes.
So my thought is, any of the bridges will connect us to 376 West.
We're just sitting
Yeah.
get a strike. So we're looking forward to
And we're gonna make this time productive.
Also spending their time wisely, Team Red, Devin and Elizabeth, will be racing from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Columbus, Ohio. Their allotted time is 3 hours and 30 minutes. Team Black, Sean and Casey, the opera singers, start the day doing what they do best.
Singing.
Singing away their 5-minute penalty, Team Black is headed to South Bloomfield, Ohio. With driving and challenges factored in, their allotted time today is the shortest at 1 hour and 50 minutes.
There's another Baptist church. Yeah. I thought our cousin David gave us good directions, but they're really, really vague. And he said turn at a Baptist church, but there's literally dozens.
Oh no. Ah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Redemption, ladies, we got this. Woo!
Another church. Why does it feel like we're going deeper in the woods, man?
It's gonna be a great day.
Oof.
It's a dirt freaking road. Yep. Wow. Well, there goes that 5-minute head start. We're gonna be a few, 20, 30 minutes off. But you know what? We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be ahead.
Oof. That is not good. They're probably gonna have to pull off to the side and ask somebody for help, because at that point, if you're in the like rural suburbs, sort of kind of the suburbs, but kind of a rural area, like that, it's gonna be real hard to just find the right highway.
To write specifically what left, what church, landmarks. Yeah, I did it in order. I did it in order. Clearly, these directions aren't working, and we're just driving around aimlessly. So I get out one of my maps. We need to get off the city base.
They didn't even have the map out yet.
This is that we're on. We need to get off this street. Finally, Joe finds a street that will get us and lead us right to the 95. We gotta keep going on here. That let us know we're still on 378. We don't even own a car, so we're used to walking around and seeing things go by really slowly. And now that we're in a car, everything is flying past us, and navigating is new for us. I ain't worried about it.
With Team Blue back on track.
What What does it say?
Hey, teams.
Wait, who is that?
It's Dan.
Dan!
All right, Dan. What you got?
Hey, teams.
That handy GPS device you used yesterday?
Is now in play for you to use.
Finding your relative's address.
What?
Keep a lookout for coordinates coming your way.
Oh, wow.
Like before we get the city selfie?
I'm definitely liking this new GPS system. We're definitely in a rocket on our navigation now.
When I saw that we were headed to Columbus, my initial thought was it could be one of my relatives.
The reason why I've always wanted to know my biological family is because for me, it's also about understanding my identity better. I know I'm biracial, but I don't know exactly what I'm mixed with.
I feel like I'm trying to keep the bar down.
I wonder if they give them the DNA results access after the show, because they obviously do DNA testing for the show, but I wonder if like they get to like access, you know, they can log in and, you know, connect with other relatives, do genealogy if they want to, see their admixture. So I don't know, I wonder.
But it would be, either way, it's exciting.
The one thing that I do know coming out of meeting my cousins, Vitra and Dietra, is that they know other cousins and they know other people and they're involved. So perhaps there's some more people from my side based on that.
I know. That's
just a hunch.
I think it'll be her side.
To be able to meet and find my birth mother, but she has very limited information about who my biological father is. So my hope is that I can connect with that side of my family, get some answers about myself and my own identity. So when I get asked the question, what are you? I'll actually be able to have an answer.
Right here, Savannah. We're right here. There we go, right there. South Bloomfield founded, blah, 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 blah. That should be good. You ready?
You ready?
I think that's the first time I've seen them wearing masks. So I'm pretty sure this was shot during coronavirus, but that's cool that they gave them the same colored masks to wear, so they, you know, color matching when they go do stuff.
With city selfies successfully submitted, all teams now gear up for the challenge of the day.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, bro. We got a lot of competition, bro. Like, if they're gonna strike hard, we gonna strike harder. I think this challenge is gonna be a pretty close one for all the teams, honestly.
Yeah, I feel good about it. I feel good about us right now. I think so far we're doing good. We'll see what this challenge is.
We just gotta run our race, and that's the most important thing. Like, we can't control what y'all gonna do. We can't control what the race is gonna do. We can't control what the other teams do. We can only control what Team Red does, Team Dobson does, and that's it. That's all we're focused on. Let's go.
Challenge time.
Shapeshift.
Day 2's challenge is shapeshift. Teams must stand on opposite sides of a wall of blocks and work together to unscramble 2 logos. Players may only push blocks to their teammate and cannot place any on the ground. Once both sides have the correct logo, the challenge is complete. The allotted time for shapeshift is 15 minutes.
I believe it's trying to spell relative race.
As soon as we uncover what the challenge is,
That would be a lot of fun.
my mind is blown.
Well, we gotta figure out whose side we're gonna solve first, mine or yours. Let's just do this side.
Yeah, try that.
There's no way I can go. I mean, it's a random. Yeah, it's a random shape for me on this side. What is the spaghetti mess?
I see right away that it's a puzzle, and I'm the master at puzzles.
Puzzle solver, absolutely. Or it's an A for me. Here, put it over here.
Well, if yours is an A, that means that you're spelling race and I'm spelling relative.
I know.
Right?
I think I got it messed up.
Okay. Sean's like, oh, hey, it says relative race. And I'm like, I'm seeing really big letters.
Here, take this out.
Okay. A few minutes in, and we are feeling a little confused and defeated. And the letters don't even look like letters. They look like shapes, and it's just confusing.
What happens if I turn both of these to the right? Would it still do the same thing? No. It's really hard to communicate and try to move these pieces around without being able to see the other side. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, it's too much.
I'm looking for the L, which leads me to believe this might not be the right one. I recognized that it was spelling the word relative race probably within the first 3 seconds.
Can you just push this for me real quick? I want to see something.
Push it?
Yep. That's it.
That's it. Thank you. Good job, baby.
Once I saw the big R starting to form, well, I figured that was relative race. And so it allowed me to, let Liz take the lead. But if I saw something that would help my side, then I knew it would also help her side.
So I am pretty certain that my big R is locked in place. But Monica is pretty certain that it's not right. Let me
It doesn't look right.
No, it's correct.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Okay, Anthony, how about this? Can you rotate this one around? Which one? Push it. This one right here? No, you're gonna rotate it. Which way? Like that? Just like that, yeah? Okay. Let's just solve your side first, okay? Just tell me what I need to do. We keep going back and forth and trying to figure out which side we're gonna do.
I don't think they're going to win it today. On the last episode, they really rocked it. Like, as soon as they got into town, they knew what to do. They were quick with the challenge. This one, they're little bits. They're not doing as well. So, I don't know. Because, like, looking at each side, it doesn't look right.
And whether or not we're going to use the white lines or the yellow lines. Okay, that's not going to work. Yeah, Joe, we're not getting anywhere.
Did they realize it spells relative race?
Not quite.
That is coming together. Whatever magic you're working, do it.
Take this one, take this one, take
No,
this
no,
one.
this one matched. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Let's go.
Ha!
Go.
This one?
Team Red's doing it today.
We realized until pretty much the end, I had the logo for relative race written out, and Casey had on her side just the big RR with the lines.
Okay.
Now put the red in.
Okay, good. I think that's it.
Done.
Boom! Finally!
Good job. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Your relative lives at 8 Hemingway Avenue, and there's coordinates.
coordinates.
GPS out. Let's do this way.
Your relative lives at 1469 Cottingham Court East. The wilderness GPS coordinates are actually printed on the bottom of our relative's address card.
Get the map department.
Okay, no.
We make the decision to pull out the maps and map it on the GPS tool and also on a map, just to cover our bases. All right, you put the coordinates in.
Okay.
I'm gonna look on the map.
Okay.
So we punch in the GPS coordinates, and we're off.
All right, we're going.
Is this good, Ant? Yep, everything's good. I'm just gonna move this. I'm feeling a little deflated right now, but man, we're so close to being finished. Joe, all these, we're moving these over. I see it. The whole bottom row is really messing us up. We can see where these go, we just need to shift it over.
Oh, yeah.
Switch them? Yes. Okay. Yep, there it is. Good job. All right, let's go. Your relative lives at 123 West Wahlberg Street. All right, let's just go. Come on, Joe.
With their wilderness GPS in hand, all teams make a final push to find their family.
0.98, 0.97.
These lights are killing me.
Come on,
Should I
Peoria.
turn right?
No, it's
And then just go-
0.92. I mean, it does want us to go northwest a little stronger. So
Eventually, we'll have to turn this.
Right, exactly.
So 81, no, you have 08. I'm really hoping that we can make up some time with the GPS so we don't have the same problem as we had this morning. Now we gotta zoom in and see where we go. See where we're pointed at.
Now we're.
No, this thing's broken. This thing's not working. Hold it there, we're asking for directions.
Are you serious right now?
It's not moving.
Honestly, I was just thinking whoever decides to skip the GPS and ask for directions will probably end up doing better. Just because with this basically is just a fancy compass. I think I said it in the last one. But, you know, yes, it is GPS. It's going to tell you how to get to certain coordinates from where you are, but just using a compass, just saying, oh, it's northwest, southeast, it's, you know, whatever. So it's really not that helpful when you're driving, especially because the road you're on all of a sudden could curve or something, you know.
Okay, okay.
Here's a pilot. You want to go in?
Go to Upper Arlington.
Nah, that doesn't look like it's. That doesn't look like a thing.
There's a bunch of trucks here.
Do you want?
Yeah.
So we stopped for directions.
Where the trucks are, they'll know.
And I asked this police officer, but he didn't know where the address was.
All right, let's just go. We got it. I can find it. Keep up the note.
Turns out I was right. We just wasted time. No one here knows anything.
So we stopped to get directions because the GPS coordinates, they're just not working, but no one can help us.
Oh, no.
This is stressing me out.
Oh.
What?
Well,
What?
that certainly would explain why it wasn't working.
Why?
The GPS was turned off.
What?
So it turns out I didn't hit confirm. So the GPS wasn't working.
Oh, no. Everybody's screwing up on this episode.
Directions, we decided to use the GPS and our maps for now. I feel like it's straight up, but we got like another
Oh, they're like,
200 feet.
they gotta be like right there.
Just know that we're close.
West, so we're on west, which is a very good sign. This is one way. West button. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way it's this close. Keep your eyes peeled for either the sign that says Hemingway, because we're very close. It's looking.
Now that the GPS is on, we find out that our relatives actually aren't that far away.
And you're like on top of it.
Well, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. Also, be sure to click right about here if you'd like to subscribe. It is completely free to do so. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at GeneaVlogger. I'm the GeneaVlogger. I will see you in my next video.